What up guys, how you doing? It is Nasty here. Welcome to the second part of the previous video, which is things I love about FIFA 16 Ultimate Team. This is things I dislike about FIFA 16. In this video, I will share some of the aspects of the game that I really don't think work or that I don't like being in there or what stressed me out the most. Just because I want to. I want to share that information with you and see if there's anyone that's feeling the same way about a few things. Before I get into this is just opinions, and I actually really love the game. I think this is the best FIFA they've brought out yet. Everything about it works for me. There are just a few scenarios which I don't like, and I'm going to talk about them today in the hopes that maybe someone will see this and think about removing certain things in the next year's edition. I don't know, who knows. The first thing I don't particularly like in this game is these four cards, these pastel color cards. I don't think they quite work. I don't like the black font. Like on the web app they get white font, and I think that looks 10 times better. I know at one point Boy, when he still worked for EA, tweeted out something about these card colors and whether they work or not, and I thought maybe they were going to change it so that on the console they get the white text and it works better. But genuinely, I think if you've seen the Team of the Year card design, it has the color on top with like a darker, more black version at the bottom, and the card is sort of like split in half. I think that's what they should have done with these cards. It's a very small thing, but that's one thing I sort of dislike. The next thing I dislike about this game, and this one is an actual hatred, and I think this is my worst one out of the lot, is the foggy weather. What the hell is going on there? I can hardly see what I'm doing. As a content creator, it makes for really bad looking content. Like, I hate the way it looks. I understand that in some countries it gets foggy a lot of the time, but I seriously think I play about 75% of my games in the fog. I have this thing where I have a dodgy nap type or something. It means I play a lot of away games, so therefore I don't have any option but to play at my opponent's stadium, and a lot of the time it's foggy, man. It's just ugly, really, isn't it? The next thing I dislike on this game is the way the menus sort of lag as you're going through them. I don't think they're as smooth as they are on FIFA 15. Things take an extra couple of seconds to happen, and when you get muscle memory going on the controls and you want to just do stuff really quickly like you could on FIFA 15, you have to like wait until you've loaded that section and then the cards come into that section. I don't know if you guys know what I mean. I'm trying to display it on screen right now, but it just doesn't quite work. It's all a little bit frame ratey and laggy and stuff, and I just wish that would be different, seeing as we're on like the next gen consoles, which are really powerful. Okay, next up on my list of things that I dislike on this game is the listing of players at the minimum bin. As a default on the console, what it does is when you list a player on the market, you get the start price, which is the minimum price range for the player, and then it doesn't choose the maximum for the buy now, and you can bring that down if you want. It chooses the next level up of coins, which means that it nearly goes for the minimum price if you accidentally list it. And because compare price is right next to list this player on the market, there's so many opportunities for people to accidentally list players, especially alongside those laggy menus. I've seen it happen, and as you can see on screen, people pick up informs, legends, high rated players for the minimum price. I don't think that should happen. I feel like that I'd be pissed off if that happened to me. Now, as you can see above me here, like, I don't like trading bans. So what I feel like, it's sort of known as sniping bans, or like you can't trade on the market for a certain period of time if you're one of these people which spams on the market for the 59th minute to get these players which get listed at that thing we just talked about, the minimum price cap. Like, it's not the user's fault for being able to buy a player that cheap because someone's listed it up for that much. So I don't see why you can possibly ban someone for doing that. Surely that actually is trading, and that's a method of trading. The only way to stop it would be for you to change the list price of the buy it now to the maximum, because then people wouldn't list their players for too cheap to get instantly binned. Now, this next thing that I dislike about FIFA 16 is to do with the gameplay, and it says pace balance above my head right now, and what I'm trying to mean by that is one particular scenario. Typically, I absolutely love what they've done with pace this year. I love that it's not so much of a factor that, well, nowadays you can actually use the likes of John Terry, the slower centre backs. What I'm talking about in particular is when someone like Ronaldo is running down the wing and they're at the right angle, they've taken the perfect first touch and they're blistering away, the right back somehow catches him with ease. I don't quite get how that happens. It shouldn't happen, but that's the only scenario where I dislike the balance in pace. Sometimes I feel like it's really overly compensated on the centre backs and the defenders to be able to catch people up. There should be times where a blisteringly quick winger should pull away from a defender. But I feel like that time should just be when he's at the exact right angle and he's taking the perfect touch, which I admit can probably be quite difficult on the game. It just doesn't seem to happen. Okay, next up, we've got another thing to do with in-game gameplay. And I think it's to do with the poor first touch and poor first time pass thing that happens where if you're not facing like literally 90-degree angle towards where you're going to pass and you try and do a first time pass, it like shoots it off in the direction that you did not imagine it to ever do so, and it always goes out for like a throw-in or a goal kick. I don't think that would really happen in real life, and what we're looking for is like realness, right? I don't think they should get passing perfect every time you press the button. I get that there should be like an error rate in there. I think maybe the error rate is just a little bit too high, because players can flick the ball on and stuff like that, even if they're not facing literally 45 to 90-degree angle between where they're going to pass it. And sometimes also the first touch just like goes miles away, where these are professional footballers. They can control the ball better than that. And the final one I'm going to talk about today, and it's a bit of a joke really, it's not a real hatred, it's just players that use them UNAM kits. And you know the ones that I'm on about, they're the ones with like the animal shape on them. What are they? Is it just me, or are they the sweatiest players in the world? I know they're nice kits and I like the look of those kits, but I feel like every time I play against them, the guy is a sweat lord who's going to just pass it across the goal all the time. Does anyone else find this? So that is my list of little things that I dislike about FIFA 16. Overall, I think in a Q&A I did recently, I rated the game at like an 8.5, which is a really high rating. I love this game. I wouldn't play it otherwise. But as always, there are some areas to a game which every single user is not going to like, and I've listed them out for you guys today. Hopefully you guys agree, maybe some of you don't. Let me know either way down below in the comments. What is there that you dislike about the game? What is there that you love about the game? I have done a things I love about FIFA 16 video before this one, so if this is the first video you've seen of mine, you want to see the other side of the spectrum, make sure you go and click that link and check it out, just so you can get a fair balance on my thoughts on the game. Overall, I really love it, and I think they've done a great job. There's just a couple of things which I wish weren't in the game or could have been done slightly better. If you have enjoyed the video, make sure you hit that thumbs up button. This is in no way hating on anyone or anything. You guys know that by now. It's just an opinion. Thank you for watching. Subscribe if you are new to my channel, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.